It's Car Con Carne. Let's eat in the car. It's Car Con Carne. And now here's the star of our show, James Van Alstyne.
And welcome to Car Con Carne. In quarantine, it's Quarantine Con Carne, sponsored by C&H Financial Services. I'm James Van Alstyne. Over there on the other side of the screen is Kristen Gerali. She is the founder of Alive Rescue. And Kristen, since the very beginning, Alive Rescue has saved over 1,000 dogs, over 200 cats, and over 10 rabbits. You've been busy.
Yeah, we have been for the last 12 years. We had our 12th birthday in March.
That's a big deal. So take me back to the beginning, because you've outgrown your original idea. I mean, physically, I guess, spiritually, you've become much bigger through the years. Take me back to the beginning when you launched Alive Rescue.
Sure. So we launched, initially we only had foster homes. We didn't even have a facility. So it was specifically foster home based, meaning any animals that we took into our rescue, they had to go straight to a foster home. And then we decided later on to get a facility, which we did in Chicago in Roscoe Village, and we called it the Little Barn. And we were there for several years. And we were able to save a lot of dogs and cats through that facility. And then we've recently relocated to West Loop, where we have an adoption center while we build a new 4,800 square foot shelter in Salem, Wisconsin.
Wow, that's huge.
Yeah.
So you've got a lot going on.
Yeah, we're busy.
So, and who's that with you in the screen?
This is Baguette.
Baguette.
He was a foster for me that he was saved from Chicago Animal Care and Control, and I was fostering him, and he never left. So
how could you let Baguette leave?
I know, right?
Baguette is adorable.
Thank you.
What do we need to know about sheltered animals right now in the time of COVID-19?
Yeah, so it's interesting. When COVID hit, I wasn't sure exactly what was going to happen. I honestly went into a little bit of a panic because I expected our local facilities to just become really overcrowded based on people losing their jobs and not being able to afford their companion animals anymore. So I thought that our shelters would get maxed out, but the opposite has happened. So there's less animals in the shelter. There's still animals that need to be rescued, but there's less in our local shelters like Chicago Animal Care and Control. But it's hit us differently in that we had to cancel all of our fundraising events, as many nonprofits have. And so we just have less donations coming in. So we've kind of had to get creative and make some adjustments on our marketing plan and how we raise money, and just be a little bit more careful on our saves. You know, like before, we didn't say no to pretty much anything. And now if it's a major medical, we just have to, be careful so we can keep going and save everyone.
When things are humming along in peak operating condition, how many dogs would you say are typical of looking for fosters or adoption?
That are at Chicago Animal Care and
Yes.
Control, our city.
With you.
Oh, so we rescue about 250 to 300 animals a year.
Wow. It's a big number.
Yeah. But if we had more funding and more fosters, then we definitely would. I can tell you, since COVID hit and everyone's at home, one thing that's been super amazing is our foster applications that we've received have gone through the roof. Like, we've received over 2,000 applications in the last 4 weeks. We can't even keep up. So like, people are at home, they want to help animals. So that's great. Like, we have tons and tons of fosters. We just need donations to pay for the animals that we take in.
I'm glad you just said that, because Tracy on Facebook Live just asked about fostering, which you can do. Just throw your application out there. Mike is also on the Facebook Live, as is Lucy and Jeff and Steve and Patty and Mace and Ken. Thank all of you for being part of this. You talked about how many animals you deal with over the course of a year. I've got to imagine your volunteer staff is estimable, large.
Yeah, we have over 200 active volunteers, which is great. And we have 3 full-time paid staff. So it's a business, it's not just going and saving animals. We have a social media team, a newsletter team, a grant writing team, you name it, we have a graphics team. So it is a business and we run it that way. And we're always looking for volunteers. So if anyone's out there and has a special, unique talent that they would like to put to good use and help an animal rescue, we would love to have them. Our volunteer applications on our website too. So if they're interested in volunteering, they can fill out an application on our online.
Speaking of your website, on your website, there are stories of volunteers, stories of successful adoptions. This is probably too broad of a question for you who's done this for as long as you have, but are there things that stand out? Maybe it's just an emotion, a vibe, or a sense, things that stand out for you since you launched Live Rescue?
Yeah, I get that question a lot actually, or people will ask me like, is there a specific, like a certain dog that like really hit you? We love taking in harder case dogs. We specialize in feral dogs actually. So we like to take in like really, really shy dogs that maybe have never had human interaction. So for me, I get joy, and I know the volunteers do, helping and seeing a dog's rehabilitation process. So from the time that we've taken it from Chicago Animal Care and Control into our rescue, the attention that we give, the patience that we have for it, and we never put a time limit on it. And just watching that dog go from ACC to the point where they do become adoptable. Sometimes it's over years. We've had a dog that we had for 4 years, and just getting to that place where they are adoptable is probably like the most rewarding part of my job.
I bet it is. So I'm looking at Baguette right now. Baguette, by the way, is mesmerizing. I can't take my eyes off Baguette. I've got to think the occupational hazard doing what you do is keeping more Baguettes at home and not letting them leave.
Yeah. I have full transparency. I have 3 dogs and 2 cats, but that's my max. So it is hard. I foster as much as I can, but yeah, it is hard to say goodbye to them when they get their forever homes, but it's worth it.
What do you wish, or what would you like for people interested in fostering or adopting to know or be more aware of before they begin the process?
Well, I can speak for Live Rescue in this. We make the process as easy as possible for anyone that is interested in fostering, specifically for us. We provide everything. So all of our animals are fully vetted. We make sure that we pay for all of that. We provide food, toys, crates, leashes, like anything that someone would need for fostering, we provide it. They just need to provide the love and affection, obviously. So if anyone's nervous about fostering, I can tell you it's like really easy with us. And we also work with you. So a lot of people will say like, oh, I'm partial to this breed, or I have a cat, so the dog has to be cat friendly. And we're able to cater to all of those things because we have there's a plethora of animals out there that need rescue, and all of them also have special needs that they have. So we can fit any person with any dog pretty much. And we do take in rabbits, so I don't want to like overshadow that, but if anyone's interested in fostering rabbits, we do take in rabbits too.
And I realize the whole time you're talking, I've got this goofy smile on my face because I'm looking at the dog.
His ears keep perking up.
I can't help it.
He likes you.
So for people who want to donate, help, learn more, the website is?
It's aliverescue.org. And currently we have a campaign going called Operation Rescue 19. We launched it after COVID hit as a creative way to raise money, and we're partnering with a facility called Paradise for Paws. And they had to close down their facility, so their staff was going to have to go on unemployment. So it's a win-win because their staff is now caring for the animals that we save, and Alive Rescue is paying the salaries for those employees so that they can still work. So we would love donations to the Operation Rescue 19 campaign, just because it's helping animals, but it's also helping people that are impacted by COVID-19 as well.
Sure. Kristen, thank you so much for doing this.
Thanks so much for having us.
All right, I'm going to stop the Facebook Live. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Much appreciated there. And thank you.